Okay, so at first glance, this just looks like a simple sixth grade math worksheet, right? But if you look a little closer, hidden inside its formulas and examples is a really powerful lesson. And not just about math, but about how any piece of information can be framed. We're going to deconstruct this thing and see what's really being taught.
So that brings us to the big question. What can a standard-looking math sheet actually teach us about the art of framing information? And I know, it might seem like a weird place to look, but trust me, this one document is the perfect case study. All right, first things first, let's start with the basics and just break down the math itself. This whole lesson is about solving something called multiplicative inequalities.
So what even is a multiplicative inequality? It sounds complicated, but it's really not. It's just a way of comparing two values using multiplication or division, along with those signs you definitely remember, less than, greater than, and so on. At its core, it's all about finding a whole range of possible answers, not just one. Now, to really get what's going on, we have to see how the math is actually taught. So let's look at the first example. The problem is 2x is less than 10. Pretty simple. The action, you just divide both sides by 2 to isolate the x. And the solution? X is less than 5. It's a clean, straightforward process.
Let's run through one more real quick, just to see how it works with division. Here, the problem is y divided by 3 is greater than or equal to 4. You just do the opposite of dividing. You multiply both sides by 3, and that gives you the solution. Y has to be 12 or more. So far, this looks like any standard math lesson you'd find pretty much anywhere.
But this is where the lesson takes a turn. This is where it pivots from just the simple mechanics to something, well, something much bigger. We're moving from just numbers into what the lesson calls the big idea, a shift from pure math to a much broader way of thinking.
So the source document introduces this big idea. And here's the quote, word for word. Multiplication and division in inequalities help us figure out real-world limits and goals, just like God gives us guidelines to live wisely. And right away, you can see this direct bridge being built between a mathematical rule and a very specific worldview. And this slide just lays out the two different layers perfectly. On one side, you've got the classic mathematical analogy, the balance scale, where every step has to be fair and equal. Makes total sense. But then on the other side, you get this worldview analogy, that this is just like following God's guidelines. And get this. Here's a key phrase from the lesson. The goal is to find what values make a situation true. Now, in a math class, true just means the numbers work, that the equation is correct. But you can see how inside this framework, that word true starts to carry a second, almost moral meaning. Now, if you thought that connection felt a little subtle, while the lesson is about to make it much, much more direct, this is where the integration of a specific worldview becomes completely explicit. And there it is, placed right in the lesson, right between the math examples and the homework, is this Bible verse from the book of Matthew. With man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. So you see, the source material here isn't just adding some, thought for the day. It's intentionally designed to merge mathematical instruction directly with a religious text, weaving it right into the fabric of the lesson itself. Okay, so let's put all of these pieces together. Let's see the full picture of what this lesson is actually building. Now, the homework problems themselves are pretty standard. Solve for A, solve for B, and so on. But the real key here is the context. The students are being asked to apply these mechanical math steps within that philosophical framework that was just presented to them. And this table really just maps the whole structure out. A mathematical concept, like an inequality, is reframed as a real-world limit or a goal. The act of solving it becomes a way to live wisely. And the answer, which is really just a set of numbers, is presented as a true outcome. Every single math concept is given a direct parallel in a specific worldview. So, what does this all boil down to? Here's the key takeaway from our little deconstruction. This document is teaching a mathematical concept, sure, but it's doing so by filtering it through the very specific lens of a faith-based worldview. The what, the math, is delivered inside a very specific why, the worldview. And that leaves all of us with a much bigger question, one that goes way beyond this single worksheet. How does the frame that we put around information change the information itself? It's something worth thinking about no matter what you're learning.